In this course, we will introduce you to the basics of industrial shelving. It is highly recommended that you take our course on selective rack and more as a prerequisite. In that course, we cover more than selective rack but give the student a basic foundation for the further understanding of material handling terms and applications. However, despite this recommendation, we have geared this class so that anyone, especially those new to the industry, will gain a quick and solid overview of the subject. First of all, we will state what appears to be obvious, that steeled shelving is not pallet rack. We say this not to tax your intelligence but to point out in the everyday world of material handling end users and the uninitiated, more often than not, will use the word shelving and rack interchangeably. They will often inquire about shelving when they really mean pallet rack. And it goes further than that when the jargon is misapplied. For example, a unit of shelving is often, mistakenly referred to as a bay of shelving. As you will learn, a bay is to rack, what a unit is to shelving. But more on this as you evolve through this course. Pallet rack is used to handle both palletized and non-palletized carton products. Typically, we see this at the lower levels of the rack, where cartons are placed directly on wire decks or they can remain on pallets for individual order selection. If at higher elevations, then an order selector can be utilized. Sometimes we also see this in pick modules where rack uprights, beams and wire decks are used in lieu of shelving on the first, second or even on the third floor levels. On the other hand, shelving is used for lighter products but never for palletized goods. Therefore always keep in mind that when someone inquires about shelving they might really be inquiring about rack. Having made this fundamental distinction, let us now proceed to learn the basics of industrial shelving. There are two basic categories in regards to industrial shelving. The first is referred to as industrial steel shelving, and the other category is called boltless shelving. Industrial steel shelving was the mainstay for small parts storage for many decades until the 1970s, when a product called Rivetier was introduced to the marketplace. The main feature of this type of shelving is that it requires no nuts and bolts for assembly. In this course, you will learn about both types of shelving, their differences as well as their advantages and disadvantages in particular applications.